Good evening, everyone, and welcome here for round 3 on the schedule. We're here at Las Vegas. This is the first race of the West Coast Swing. Jesse Turner won the Sony Pole Award. Turner usually never very good here in the qualifying sessions, but he got it on the pole alongside Cody Lamas. They both are going to want to get something done this afternoon. Will Lewis, Horizon Group, had such a good run at Rockingham with Kyle Collins. Will Lewis started third today. Dejon Weeks had such a good car at Rockingham. He'll start fourth, and Jake Bassinger is in fifth. He really wasn't nowhere at Rockingham. He's looking to get his season on track. He won here last year in Las Vegas. Can he do it again? Gonna wait and see. Jeffrey White, rookie driver in row 3 on the outside, starting at P6. Jeffrey White, Motorsports has looked so fast this year and consistently looking very good as all the Motorsport cars, 4 of them in the top 13 starting positions. Ryan Griffin right behind him, starting 7th. Griffin got his win at Rockingham, second win of his career, first of the season. Allen Family Racing Team has won the first 2 races of this season. Can they do it again? Dodge won at Daytona, Griffin won at Rockingham. Is it Acosta's day? He starts P10. Collins and Young just up in front of them. That is your top 10 starters. Further in the back of the field, 3 drivers had to go to the backup car. And man, it's going to be an exciting race. 150 miles for 100 laps at Las Vegas. Let's get this show on the road. As the field gets ready to take the green, Jesse Turner, the 2015 champion, is looking to get his season on track. The pole sitter at Rockingham went on to win the race. Can it happen here today at Las Vegas? We have to wait and see. It's a Ford, then a Chevy, then a Dodge, and then another Ford. The Ford's looking pretty quick here for this race weekend. The Turner Performance cars, the Motorsports cars looking so fast. The Mace Enterprises car of Cody Lamas almost got the pole in qualifying, just quite missed it by just a 10th, or a 100th of a second, really. But here they come. Whose time is it going to be? Who's going to cash in big here at Las Vegas? 100 laps today, and Jesse Turner is going to bring us to green, and we're underway. Green flag is out in the air. Already on the back straightaway, Jesse Turner gets away very well. Will Lewis underneath of Cody Lamas. That's a battle for second position. And Lewis, who ran so well in the later part of the stages at Rockingham, got his car into the top 10 for that race, and he's moving his way up to second. Great start for Will Lewis. Battle for second unfolding, though. Dejon Weeks underneath of Will Lewis. Lewis trying to keep off Dejon Weeks. Weeks has had a very fast car all year, really. Was quick at Daytona, got the pole there. Was quick at Rockingham, coulda, woulda, shoulda won the race, but blew up, had engine failures. He is so low in the point standings, and he's looking for redemption here at Las Vegas, especially after last year when he was leading in this race and got wrecked by lap cars. Jake Bassinger underneath the Cody Lamas. That's a battle for fourth. 5 cars under a blanket here for second place. Billy Young has moved his way up the order. He's in 7th position. Ryan Acosta underneath the rookie Jeffrey White. White having a really good run right now in the top 10. And Dejon Weeks underneath the Will Lewis takes the second spot away. Lewis is under attack from Bassinger. Bassinger, who won this race last year, is a very fast car, and he's looking to get up there with his teammate underneath the Cody Lamas. He's going to get that spot away. Dejon Weeks is all over Jesse Turner right now. Will Lewis is hanging in there. Battle for fourth unfolding. Ryan Griffin underneath the 97, trying to get around him, but Bassinger trying to hold him off for now. With the run on the outside, Bassinger's going to keep that position, but Griffin's going to be fighting with his all. Griffin and Weeks, the 2 Rookie of the Year contenders from 2017, have really showed their muscle in the early goings of 2019. They have looked so quick every week so far. And Griffin going at Bassinger again, but this time Bassinger is able to keep him off into the corner. And the front 3 continue to run nose to tail. Here's a few drivers that qualified out back and have not been able to make their way up the order as high as I thought they would be able to. Sean Harple is one. Dylan Schullenberg qualified poorly. Same with John Art. Art had a great run at Rockingham, but he's down here deep in the pack as well. Fitzwater trying to make a pass here on James Shelley. Deeper in the pack, there's Zayden Davidson and Jake West as well. They're 32nd and 33rd. And then Caleb Hoffman had to start out back with an engine change, while his Turner Performance teammate of Jesse Turner leads this race. Hoffman's down in 35th. Battle for the 9th place unfolding. Kyle Collins underneath of Jeffrey White here. White, who qualified so well in the AMP car. Up here racing with these veterans. Kyle Collins underneath of him trying to get that position back. But Jordan Davis trying to push along his teammate, the Carl Jr. Ford. And look at Davis around the outside trying to take that 10th spot away. And like we mentioned at Rockingham, finishing in the top 10 is so important in these races now. And around the outside, bringing Nick Mace along with him, Jordan Davis up in the 10th place. Jordan Davis now taking it up to the inside of his teammate, young teammate in Hardy's National Series, Jeffrey White. This is a race for 9th. Nick Mace trying to get to the top 10 as well. Jordan Davis right now. First two races, he's finished inside the top 10 in every race. He's trying to keep that streak alive of every top 10 in every race so far. Jeffrey White trying to hang on to that 10th spot. Right now, all the AMP Motorsports cars are inside the top 10, with Dylan Young further up ahead, battling for the lead, with the lead here in 7th. And then up ahead, Will Lewis trying to get around Dejon Weeks. Weeks is up here racing Jesse Turner. This pack of cars has been scrambling. They were trying to run the inside, the outside, whichever line they can get in. But nose to tail, Steele, Turner continuing to lead this pack around. Kyle Collins has an engine going up in smoke. Collins off the back, straightaway off of turn 2. And his Horizon Group Dodge, his engine is gone. And Kyle Collins, what a tough break for him. He was battling to get back in the top 10. He had qualified so well. And his teammates up there doing well, battling for the win. However, Kyle Collins, a great weekend last week. He's going to end up with a bad race weekend here. It's going to be the first car out. Will Lewis, however, his teammate is under fire right now. This is a battle for 3rd place. Jake Bassinger trying to take it away. And Lewis powering back on the high side, trying to fight back, trying to keep that 97 behind him. How about Ryan Griffin around the outside? Right around the outside of Jake Bassinger. And Griffin, that's the spot for 4th. And Ryan Griffin gets around Jake Bassinger. Dejon Weeks is getting a run on Jesse Turner, trying to make a dive bomb on him. Lap 34 out of 100. And Weeks trying to take it away, but the inside, not bogging down just a little bit. Here comes Will Lewis, he has a run here. Lewis trying to make a run on the 38. And here comes the 43 of Ryan Griffin on Will Lewis. Lewis trying to get the power down on the outside, but can't quite get alongside of Weeks. And here comes Griffin alongside of him. Ryan Griffin dive bombing it down into turn 3. Trying to take away 3rd now. And Griffin is going to snatch 3rd position away as they come up on lap car of Jose Mills. And Will Lewis drops down to 4th. Nick Mace underneath of the 28 of Jeffrey White. That's a battle for 10th. And getting inside the top 10 is so important with the way the point system is this year. And the defending champion makes his way around the part-time Hardee's driver of Jeffrey White. Further back, Jeffrey Finguy and Dom Capps, TJ Martin, DJ Curtis, they have been battling for this 12th position for laps now. And Finguy able to get the power down off turn 2 way better than Capps, who was looking a little bit tight in that 6 Toyota. 3 wide with DJ Curtis on the bottom. And Martin up the middle. And TJ Martin gonna take that spot away from Capps. But DJ Curtis with his teammate of Matthew Rodriguez. 3 wide again. Some great racing outside the top 10 as well. Fighting inside the top 15. I do want to apologize. I am losing my voice. I am sick. So I'm doing the race sick right now. So we're going to do the best we can. Right now we got a battle for 2nd unfolding. Dejon Weeks and Ryan Griffin. This has been a battle everyone's been looking forward to seeing. as the Rookie of the Year contenders from 2017 continue to have a great opening to 2019. Griffin underneath of Dejon Weeks. This is for second spot, and Griffin's going to get it away from Weeks. And now Griffin's going to have his eyes on Jesse Turner. Will Lewis thought about getting underneath of Dejon Weeks there for third. He's still been trying to get around him, but Lewis not able to get around Weeks. And Griffin now only has the 17 in front of him. Problems for Matt DeLeo. He's been on pit road for quite some time now, and possibly going to be a couple of laps down. Must have been something wrong because they have held DeLeo on pit road for many laps. Ryan Griffin all over the back bumper of this 17 of Jesse Turner. He's taking a look to the inside. We have about 8 cars right here in the mix of things. Ryan Acosta's there. Johnny Gardner has fell out of the race from an engine failure as well, it looks like. So 2 engine failures before even before Collins fell out. And here comes Griffin underneath of Jesse Turner. This is for the lead. And Ryan Griffin underneath of Jesse Turner, gonna take that spot away. And here comes Dejon Weeks, gonna fill the gap, trying to take second spot here. And Weeks trying to find an opening. He hasn't been able to get around Turner himself, but since Griffin got around him, he's able to get underneath of the 17. Side by side, Turner trying to keep Dejon Weeks behind him, but not gonna look like it's gonna work. And Dejon Weeks moves into second. Battle unfolding further back. Will Lewis under attack again, this time from Bassinger as well. Cody Lamas also having some challenges from Dylan Young. But further up, Ryan Griffin going to encounter more lap traffic as he's pulling away from Dejon Weeks and Jesse Turner. The pack starting to spread out just a little bit as tires wear on. When are these guys going to make pit stops? They should be coming down here very shortly. As we come to halfway, or a little past halfway, Weeks trying to run down Griffin now. Lap car of Chris Movie here looked like it kind of held up Ryan Griffin. We're going to go through the field real quick, just past halfway. Weeks is in second. Turner back to third. Bassinger fourth. Lewis, a great run, no doubt. I don't care what anyone says. They're in fifth. Sixth, Cody Lamas, he's fell back. Dylan Young's in seventh. Ryan Acosta's coming to pit road. He's in eighth. More drivers coming to pit road. We'll cut back to the rest of the field shortly as drivers are coming down pit road. Pit stops unfolding on lap 56. Ryan Griffin, Dejon Weeks, and the rest of the leaders are all coming down pit road with Turner, Bassinger, Lewis, and Lamas. Who's going to have a good stop here? The end of pit stops are cycled out. 40 laps to go. We're going to take you through the field after pit stops. It is Ryan Griffin over Ryan Acosta, who pitted early. And Ryan Acosta leapfrogged his way up to second spot. But he does have a lap or two older tires than Griffin, so how is that going to fare for Ryan Acosta? He is right here battling Griffin for the lead, though. It's going to be interesting to see if Acosta can hang in with his new teammate. Third place is Dylan Young, who also short-pitted by a lap. He is up to third. Dejon Weeks is down to fourth. Nick Mason leads his way to the top 5. Jordan Davis, another top 10 day going for him. Sitting there in 6th. Jake Bastinger's go to 7th. Turner down to 8th. DJ Curtis is up to 9th after pitting a lap or two early. And Matthew Rodriguez, the same deal. He's there in 10th. Lewis has dropped down to 11th. TJ Martin in 12th. 13th for Jeffrey White and Jeffrey Finguy down to 14th. Chris Dodd, the Daytona winner, is there in 15th. 16th, Cody Lamas. 17th, Charles Sanford. 18th is PJ Williams. A good run for Williams. I think he is the highest running CM Curtis Alliance car. In 18th, Tom Couch is down to 19th. Bobby Jones there in 20th. And battle for 21st ongoing. Dylan Schwellenberg trying to battle James Richardson. A great one for Richardson today. Caleb Hoffman has worked his way up to 23rd. Charlie Smith at 24th. Harpole has not really had a great day. He's down in 25th. Luis Hernandez 26th. 27th for Zachary Fitzwater. His teammate Court Fisher's 28th. James Shelley 29th. 30th for John Hart. He's going to be disappointed with this. Jake West down in 31st. And Zayden Davidson, not really a good run for him in 32nd. 33rd is Nick Pierre-Cleese. And 34th, the last car on the lead lap, it is Eric Tomax in the Go Bowling Toyota. And then it is Ryan Griffin. He leads by just a slim margin over Ryan Acosta, just about a second. But he does have older tires. Can Griffin go back-to-back from Rockingham and at Las Vegas? Lap car Chris Louvier is going to hold up Dejon Weeks just enough to allow Nick Mace to close in and get underneath of the 38 and move Nick Mace up another position. Another engine failure, and another Martin Motorsports car has blown up here for this race weekend. Dom Gas. John Art blew up last weekend. Eric DeMax, also an affiliate teammate to Martin Motorsports, blew up at Rockingham. And here today, Dom Gas, who was looking like one of the strongest Martin Motorsports cars, who kind of faltered on pit stops, fell down to 19th. His teammates are running inside the top 10 right now, so this is not a good sign for them. The Martin Motorsports cars, DJ Curtis and Matthew Rodriguez have had a good one. Look at this. Lewis to the inside of Rodriguez. Curtis to the outside of Bassinger. Great racing here for the 8th spot. Curtis around the outside. This just goes to show there is multiple lines whenever you can get a run on somebody. And here comes Rodriguez trying to follow teammate DJ Curtis around Jake Bassinger. And he looks like he will. And Rodriguez back down the inside. Lap traffic in the way. Curtis going to try and sail around Louvier on the outside. Rodriguez hugging the bottom, not giving up just yet. Some great battling here for the 8th spot. And Rodriguez gonna peek his way around DJ Curtis here. Bassinger and Lewis is there. 2 extra points for moving up the position inside the top 10. You gotta remember that. You get 2 extra points by 1 extra spot in the top 10. And Rodriguez continues to dig underneath the 19 Camry. Their teammates there, but they're racing really hard for every point they can, as both drivers are starting off the 2019 season very good. Look at Curtis sailing off in there. And he's going to keep the 8th position. Lewis underneath of Bassinger there. That is for 10th. Will Lewis trying to get back in the top 10. And it looks like he will underneath the Bassinger. While they continue to race, Jeffrey Fenguy is trying to run these drivers back down to get back in the top 10 as well. But some great racing here from 8th on back. Lap traffic continues to be a big factor here. Hayden Klein kind of held up DJ Curtis there. Matthew Rodriguez gets away with the 8th spot. 9th place given to Will Lewis. DJ Curtis down to 10th. Here's Fenguy with Dodd and White. They're all right there contesting that 10th position. DJ Curtis gets away with it. Rodriguez 8th. Lewis 9th, and 10th place is DJ Curtis. That's a huge battle back here to get into the top 10 in the top 10 finishing order. They know that extra points is on the line there to get to the top 10. Chris Dodd is continuing to have a very strong opening to the 2019 season after winning the 2019 Daytona 500. Here's Lamas and Sanford along with Martin. And even PJ Williams further back, they're trying to get into the top 10 and battle here as well. Lewis underneath of Curtis, nearly 3 wide, heading off into turn 1. Man, this is some great racing from 8th on down the order. And here comes Fenguy. How is he going to make the move here? Louvier in the way again. And Lewis gets that spot away. Here comes Jeffrey Fenguy, moving his way into the top 10. Fenguy, Griffin, and Davis have had top 10s in the first 2 races. They're trying to keep that streak alive here today. Fenguy into the top 10. Battle for the 4th position. Dejon Weeks underneath of Nick Mace here. Weeks has had a very poor start in the first 2 races. He's nearly 2 entire races behind points leader Ryan Griffin, and as it runs, he's going to be losing even more points to Griffin, and he moves past Nick Mace. But a very poor start to the season for Weeks, and he continues to lose points today as it runs, with Griffin continuing to be very strong. He's got a big lead over Ryan Acosta, who had a little bit older tires than him. Acosta's team did a nice job to do a great pit strategy to get Ryan Acosta up there in the mix, and Acosta very well was not going to be a top 5 car, but could very well come away with a second place finish due to pit strategy. Further back, the battle to get into the top 10, the battle for 8th has been so fun to watch. Matthew Rodriguez holds it with the battle right now for 9th. Jeffrey Fengite underneath of Will Lewis. DJ Curtis is there in 11th. Bassinger, Dodd, White, Lamas, and Sanford have all kind of faded away a little bit. Bassinger tries to hold off Chris Dodd, but Dodd getting the power down a little bit better than Bassinger. I don't know if Bassinger has had a top 10 finish yet this season. I think he might have at Daytona, but Bassinger did not have a good run at Rockingham whatsoever. He looked poised to have a chance to win for today's race, but his car has not been very well in the second half of this race. As further up, Jeffrey Fengite looking for 8th now on Matthew Rodriguez, and it looks as though he's going to take it with ease. Chris Dodd going after another car to the inside of DJ Curtis, trying to take it away, but he could not get around that 19 very well there. Further up ahead, Will Lewis has gotten around Matthew Rodriguez. That was for 9th. Rodriguez trying to get Martin Motorsports their first top 10 really since on a track, not a super speedway. It is good to see Martin Motorsports showing the performance at Rockingham and here at Las Vegas that they can be a top 10 car with Toyota engines, and it seems as though they're getting things turned back around just the way they need to. The battle for 2nd is heating up, and it's gotten very interesting here with about 8 laps to go. Ryan Acosta holds it with older tires. Dylan Young is coming with a full head of steam. Dejon Weeks is there as well in 4th. And battle for 5th. Nick Mays has the 5th spot, but Jordan Davis is looking to take it away. Jesse Turner's there in 7th as well. Then further back in 8th, Fengite, Lewis, and Rodriguez. That is your top 10. And here it is as they continue to cut down the gap on Ryan Acosta. Coming to 5 laps to go, Ryan Griffin has had a great race car. What a year. What a start to the year for Dodge and Allen Family Racing Team. They're looking to win 3 races in a row here. They had Chris Dodd winning the Daytona 500, Griffin at Rockingham, and now possibly another win here at Las Vegas. And then battle for 2nd ongoing. They're trying to make it a 1-2, but Ryan Acosta on older tires. Great strategy to get him in 2nd position with a chance to get a good finish out of this. There it is, Acosta's 2nd, Young 3rd. Young's trying to get 2nd. Weeks there in 4th and 5th place. You got Nick Mace, but he's got his hands full with Davis and Turner. Turner cutting down underneath of Jordan Davis there, but can't quite get down enough. But the battle for 2nd continuing to be very interesting. The Yamp Motorsport Fords, they look like they got the power down here. Young's going to get around Acosta in a turn 1. Here comes Young, right on the back bumper of Acosta. Takes a peek to the inside, tucks right back in. Where's the move going to come? Acosta's trying to hold on. Meanwhile, further up the road, looking for 2 laps to go, Ryan Griffin looking for his 3rd win in the Sony Cup Series. 2nd win of the season, trying to do that. Acosta trying to make it 1-2 for Allen Family Racing Team. They have been the team to beat so far, but the 2nd best team has got to be Yamp Motorsports. How about Dylan Young right there in 3rd? Oh, but he had to lift a whole lot, got really loose. Acosta has some breathing room now. Further up the road, white flag in the air, final lap for Ryan Griffin. What a start to the year for Ryan Griffin it has been. He's looking to have 3 top 5 finishes to kickstart the year, and 2 wins to go along with it. Further back for 2nd, Acosta still holds it over Young. Weeks and battle for 5th, Nick Mace holds it. But off turn 4, Ryan Griffin for Allen Family Racing Team. Back to back to back, 3 races in a row. The team gets victories to start the year off. And Ryan Griffin, third career win and second win of the season. This team has really turned it around. Oh my goodness. Allen Family Racing Team is no longer just a midfield team. Allen Family Racing Team can actually win races on a consistent basis. And I think when you seen them go back to back at Daytona and Rockingham, you wondered, was it just because Dodd got a super speedway win? Was that the only reason they wanted Daytona? Was Rockingham just a fluke? But you can't think that now after seeing Ryan Griffin's performance to be able to get the lead and stretch it out. And the Allen Family Racing Team on the 45 car to pit early and make a pit strategy call to get Ryan Acosta up to second spot. 1-2 finish for Allen Family Racing Team, with Young getting third. Great run for Young. Weeks getting fourth. And fifth place went to Nick Mace. Let's get you to our finishing results and standings after round 3.